Hi, I'm here at Property Portal Watch Conference with Malcolm from European Internet Ventures. Malcolm, thank you for coming again to the conference. I think this must be your 12th, maybe 15th?
I think I'm mid-teens now, yes.
Fantastic. Well, thank you. What I love, the fact that you've come and you've had you present on stage, is you always have some great insights into what's happening in the market. So from your perspective, a couple of questions. First is, what are some of the trends that you're seeing today happen within the online real estate marketing space?
So I think what's particularly interesting is that our mind map of develop versus developing is completely messed up, and most of the innovation, or a lot of innovation we're seeing, is in so-called emerging markets. So we're here today in Bangkok talking about transaction-based models, and that can only happen in markets where you have less developed dealerships or agency frameworks, and so we're seeing that much more in countries like Myanmar. We just heard about through a lot of Asia, and seeing it happening in India and Pakistan and so on. So I think that's one very big theme. We shouldn't sit in Western Europe thinking that this is where the business is at its most advanced. I think, on the contrary, it's the other way around.
I agree, because we saw some very innovative stuff from, especially the guys in Myanmar, even the guys in Africa are doing very interesting things. Has anything surprised you today that you were like, oh, I didn't realize that they had done that much?
I thought it was interesting that the African business was getting most of its money from transactions.
Yes.
Having said that, and I see this across all the verticals, clearly the less GDP there is per capita, the less scope there is to generate meaningful advertising revenue. So you don't need to sell very many properties for it to be much more than the advertising value then given the market.
Yeah. Now, sort of a related question is, if you go back to, I don't know, probably 2010 or 11, or when you first came, and you look at it now, are there any sort of, apart from this transaction theme, are there any other major changes that you've seen in that time?
I think each year we have different pet focuses. I think we've looked at, if we go back 5 or 6 years, it was about maximizing leads.
Yes.
Is pay per lead a model? We've looked at how can matching be a solution and somehow make the value proposition of the portal more effective?
Yes.
My favorite question, is how many listens should the ideal property portal have from a user perspective? And the answer is one. You should have just the one you want.
Yeah.
So I think this idea of matching is also an interesting theme. I think today we started to hear for the very first time the B word of blockchain, which I think none of us has really thought through what's it going to change. Will it ultimately lead in a purely peer-to-peer model? Because we don't need the agents to help get the transaction done if the whole processing of that transaction is now done in a more effective, digitized manner. So those are certainly some of the themes which I'm picking up on, and I think have a long way to go.
Yeah, I agree. Fantastic. Well, thank you for coming to the conference. It's great to see you here again. I hope you come to Miami, where we're going to get all the industries together with cars, jobs, homes, dating, and whoever else we can find. And it's going to be a lot of talk about marketplaces and the transition from classifieds to marketplaces. So, Malcolm, thank you very much.
Thank you, Simon. Looking forward to it.
Great. Thank you.